Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a virtual paint instead. So we're going to be painting and talking about Dork Diaries 13 and making smoothies. So first, let's go around and introduce ourselves. You guys already know me, I'm Eden, and then we will start with Camille over there.
Hi, I'm Camille. I'm 13 and I live in Illinois.
I'm Mia. I'm 14 years old and I live in New York.
Hi, I'm Elena. I'm 12 and I have a blog called Lemonerdy Reviews.
Cool. So today we're going to, well, first we're going to start by making strawberry banana smoothies for like the sip part of the paint and sip, and then we're going to start painting. So I'm actually making mine in my room because I have this blend jet, which is like portable and everything. So
I have to totally move my camera here. Okay.
Yeah, same. Okay. We got the magical blender here.
ooh.
I already put my ingredients in my thing because I didn't know if we were making it during it, so I just put everything in already.
Like what?
I'm gonna be doing things freestyle because I don't know the exact ratio of stuff I want to do. So
Yeah, me neither. I don't like use recipes for smoothies. I'll like look to see what's supposed to go in it and then just do whatever I want.
yeah.
And like for me, I don't like if I have fruit, I just put it all in the blender. Like there's not like to me, fruit always tastes good together, like no matter what it is. Like I'll put grape juice and green apples and kale or whatever in a smoothie.
Kale.
What consistency do you like? Because I like mine to be like ice cream, like really thick.
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite type of smoothie?
I'm going to mute myself so this isn't like extremely annoying to hear. So.
My favorite type of smoothie? Was that the question? I don't really have a favorite type of smoothie. I do like mango and kiwi. I love kiwi.
Ooh, I've never had kiwi in a smoothie before. That sounds really good.
I think my favorite would be this one. I usually make strawberry and banana smoothies.
That's my brother's favorite.
I don't know where to put the rest of this banana. So I'm just gonna put some there.
Have you ever had like a really bad blender incident?
Yes, I think I have. Wait, have I? I think I have, yeah, because I have a blender kind of like Mia's that has like the flip top, and I left that open and things started spraying everywhere.
Oh, did it get on the counter and stuff?
Yes. Oh, and then this isn't really like a blender thing, but I had this mix. You know those like handheld mixers with the two little things that spin?
I think so.
Yeah, I was trying to make cookies, and then I guess, I don't know, I think I was holding it wrong or something, and then everything just started flying everywhere, and there was like butter and sugar all over the place.
That must have been a mess.
Yeah.
This is sick. I think I made it wrong.
Mine's kind of watery. I'm gonna put more things in it. I always like it to be like really, really, like you could eat it with a spoon. So do you guys like paint a lot, or like do you guys paint a lot, or like ever do in your free time?
I mostly draw. I'm not really that good at painting because once you like paint, you can't really go back. So I'm better at drawing and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna look for some mangoes. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't draw or paint. Well, I don't draw because I can't draw, and then I don't paint because I also cannot draw. And if I can't draw, then I don't think I'd be like awesome at painting since you like have to draw something before you paint it. So I paint like sometimes like if I'm just really bored. But otherwise I don't do it like super often.
We should do charades sometimes. Like we should draw. We should be given like a topic, and then we have to draw that, and everyone else has to guess.
Yeah.
Didn't we do something like that once?
I think we did. That was pretty cool.
But it's like something completely different. Like I don't.
Yeah, we did that at like a virtual sleepover. If we have time at the end of this, we can also do that because that was just like the extra thing if we don't fill up the whole 2 hours that we can do.
I definitely made this so wrong. I'm so bad at cooking and baking things.
Okay. I'm gonna wash my hands and then like start the blender and mute myself.
Yeah, I just finished mine. It's good. For some reason I don't like tasting the banana in smoothies, even if it's like literally a strawberry banana smoothie. So I put way more strawberry than banana in it.
Yeah, I don't really like banana.
Banana is so overpowering for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't really like. Okay. I'm gonna mute myself and start on the smoothie.
So do you guys like make smoothies often or just like eat them for breakfast every day? I don't do it like every day, but sometimes I do.
Every once in a while, like usually like for breakfast I just have like toast or cereal, but like I don't really take my time out of my day to like make something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I sometimes drink smoothies for usually breakfast, but it's only if I have time. Like I don't really do it anymore since I'm in person school now. But like during online school, I would sometimes wake up early and make a smoothie.
Yeah, I make it more often now that like I have the blend it because it's like easier, I guess, and I can make it like during class because a lot of times like during class I'll just have my camera off and like be cooking something because when I get bored I just like I like cooking and stuff. It doesn't always turn out great, but I like cooking stuff. Like once in math class I kept turning my camera on and off because I was making kale chips and I kept having to like check them because like they burn really easily. So I would like turn my camera off every minute to go check them.
Oh my God, I never keep my camera on during online school because like I don't do online school, but like sometimes people get quarantined because they're like exposed. But like I always keep my camera off. And then like some of the teachers are like, "Oh, sweetie, I want to see your beautiful smile," and I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I don't put my camera on for like any of my classes either, unless like, I mean, because a lot of like no one in our classes has it on. But if like a lot of people have it on, sometimes I'll turn it on. But yeah, I don't really like turn it on.
I'm usually like the only one in my class who turns my camera on because I always feel so bad for the teachers because they're just sitting there all alone. They're like
looking at.
It'd be nice if somebody turned their camera on. All alone over here. I'm like, okay. But then it's also like nobody else does it. I'm just like, well, everybody's staring at me. So then I turn it off.
At my school, you have to turn your camera on or else you get a point deduction. Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't be me. I'd be like,
And you have to wear your school uniform.
you're not seeing me. You're not seeing me in my house or my room. Because what they do in my school is that like the teacher will have like the Google meeting or whatever, and like they live stream like the in-person class. So if they like went to switch on to the Zoom meeting and they were presenting on the board, literally everyone in the whole class would see me on like the big screen, and I would be so embarrassed. I would not do that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. For my school, there's 4 days in person and 1 day virtual, which you have to be on Google Meet for that. So yeah.
My school, like all the high schools, are going back virtual tomorrow, and I'm not going. And I'm kind of interested to see how it works when like they're teaching classes, like half of it's virtual and half of it's not. It'll probably be something like what you guys were talking about, where they have like they're presenting the like in or live streaming the in-person school and stuff. But I feel like they're going to be so focused on the people who are in person that the people who are virtual will kind of get like a little bit of a break. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna pay attention to us that much, which I kind of hope they do, so that I don't have to like pay attention in class that much. But I mean, of course, I would pay attention in class. I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm online, I do not pay attention.
A lot of times during class, I'll like be kind of listening. Like if it's like a class that they're just talking the whole time, I'll like be half listening and half like doing something else, like checking my email or doing homework or coding something. Like I just get distracted. Because if you just have to sit there and listen to someone, it's like watching a YouTube video that you don't want to watch.
School this year is so boring because even the in-person class is so bad because they don't have like anything really interactive because of COVID. So it's just lectures. And then they expect us to like be on our laptop and not play any video games or whatever. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. I try to like pay attention, but sometimes because I kind of get scared that when I like go off and do something else, they're gonna call on me. So I try to pay attention, but I don't know. In like the classes that like I think are kind of boring, I don't really pay attention though.
Yeah, that's so scary. I always feel like they're gonna call me, especially if like I have to go to the bathroom or something, and it's like I don't want to type in the chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So I just like leave, or like I put my computer outside the door and turn the volume way up so I can still hear it. And once, so we were doing this like group thing, and we were all supposed to like be analyzing these different shots for movies, because I take film and video, and like we were all doing a different like type of film shot. And when we came back out of the breakout rooms, we were supposed to talk about like what we wrote. And I was the presenter for my group, and there were so many groups before us that I fell asleep while they were talking. And then I think my teacher called on me, and I was just sitting there asleep, and I had like counted which groups were supposed to go before and which ones were after. And then I woke up and they were already at the group after me, and I was like, oh no. I really hope that somebody else from my group just said what we said, but I don't know because I was asleep.
That's crazy. Like, it's kind of like embarrassing. I'm sorry for you.
I also fell asleep in study hall once. Like, I mean, we don't do anything in study hall. Like, you just sit there with your camera off and do whatever you want. And I fell asleep. And then, but this was like the first day of school, so I thought that we were actually like supposed to be like really paying attention, like doing our homework or something. And I fell asleep during study hall. And then when I woke up, it was, so school ended at 3:15, and it was like 4 o'clock when I woke up, and I was still meeting, and then when I opened my computer, it was like the host like kicked you out of the meeting or something like that. Because the teachers, they're not like allowed to end the meeting until everybody leaves. So I guess she had to kick me out.
Oh, that's
funny.
Guess who finished with the smoothie?
Okay, it looked good.
Okay.
I still have a lot in mine. I have a feeling I'm gonna make another one during this time because I might get thirsty. But the
yeah,
strawberry
probably in the middle. I'll have to pour myself more. I don't know. This straw is so awful. I know that plastic straws are bad for the environment, but really, like, paper straws and rubber straws are so bad.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even work.
Is that a rubber straw?
Mhm.
Oh wow.
That doesn't even work. I'm trying here.
I've never used one before. I tried to use a metal straw, but then I just got tired of cleaning it, and then I lost it. So
I think I might have a metal straw with me. Ta-da!
ooh.
Smoothie. Ready?
It doesn't even work.
My cousin went on this whole environmentally safe year kind of a thing, and like she didn't use plastic for a whole year, like including going out to eat. She would like ask them to put it in a paper bag or something, like use different or she would just avoid eating out. And she would like buy milk in like the glass containers instead. And I was like, that must be hard because I could never do that. And like she only used metal straws and everything. Metal straws just seem like a lot of work to me.
Yeah. I don't really use straws that much. I just like drink from cups.
So I guess we should start painting.
We're going to start our painting? Okay. I have like everything set up.
Oh. I actually left set up all my paints and stuff upstairs, but I think it's gonna be best if I do down here. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so this video is basically like to show us what we're going to be painting and like how we're going to do it.
Okay.
I just folded mine like that. Did you guys print yours or draw it?
I printed mine.
I drew mine, but I think I did the thirds part wrong because like I couldn't fold it for the life of me. So I'm hoping for the best. Are we supposed to be drawing this right now?
No, not right now. This is just to see like how it's supposed to be.
Okay, because like this is a lot going on. I was like, this is fast.
I'm always more excited when I'm painting about like choosing the colors than like actually doing the painting part.
Should I like prime my canvas?
What's priming?
Huh?
What's priming?
just like painting it white first? I don't even know. How do I open these? Right now I'm using my school laptop, so if I get paint on it, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm using my mom's laptop because it's like better than mine. Mine is the processing power of a potato chip, and it'll just quit if I have more than 2 Google Docs open.
Oh,
So,
that's terrible.
Oh. This is so hard to open. Oh my god, it hurts. I'm just really weak, but like.
There's like a darker purple and a lighter purple. I kind of want to make the background like striped.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
As long as we draw the cupcake, it doesn't have to be like the same exact thing, right? Like, we don't have to draw it this exact same way, right?
No. Yeah, you can draw it like
mine horizontal.
I think there's something wrong with me. I can't open these.
Did you get any of them open?
I got one of them open, like one of the whole sets, and then one on the second one, but they're so hard and it hurts.
I don't know how I'm going to do that 3D part, like the white in the frosting. It looks hard.
Okay, I did it.
Woo.
Who is this painting? Is this your mom, Eden?
Yeah, that's my mom.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did not inherit any of that talent, unfortunately. Trying to open this without spilling it.
Are we supposed to be like doing it? I was literally opening nothing.
Yeah, I just finished opening the colored ones. So now there's like an actual video. Here it is.
Print out the template and get scissors. Cut off the excess
And then there's the folding part.
paper cuts. Once everything is cut out, you can fold it in half. After you've folded it in half, fold it in half again. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. After you've folded it in half, that's it. If you don't have a printer, you can do this with a plain piece of paper.
So we did that part. And now it's the drawing.
Or you can make one yourself. Either way,
different.
it'll work.
Is there a second canvas? So, like, do we have extra time? Are we, like, doing a different painting or just a cupcake?
If we have extra time, then we can just paint whatever we want on the other one.
Huh.
Okay.
So I picked a few colors. Not all of yours have to be the same as the ones that I picked, but I picked pink, purple, a lighter pink, black, white, yellow, brown, a turquoise, and now I am taking my special ruler and getting ready to sketch out what I'm going to paint. I have some water, a pencil to help me sketch out things. I have this flat brush, a smaller brush, and I have this bigger brush. Now, you may not have this, you don't have to have it, but I use it for the background. And I also have like a paper plate that I'm using to put the paint on and mix my colors together. So I take my ruler and I put the A at the corner of my canvas. This is an 8 by 10 canvas. So I put the A at the top corner, and then the letter G is at the bottom corner. And I put a little dot right here by the D. Then I move my ruler all the way to the other side and do the same thing. So then I go over to the other side again and I flip the ruler over. Okay, so now you see that there's more numbers than letters. And I put the top corner of the ruler to match the top corner of the canvas. And I put a little dot right there between the segment 3 and segment 4. Then I move to the other side of the canvas and then I move my ruler all the way to the other flat brush,
oh wait, that's too far.
So then I go over to the other side again and I flip the ruler over. Okay, so now you see that there's more numbers than letters. And I put the top corner of the ruler to match the top corner of the canvas. And I put a little dot right there between the segment 3 and segment 4. Then I move to the other side of the canvas and I do the same thing again. Put a little dot right there between the 3 and the 4. So now I have 4 dots that kind of make a trapezoid of sorts. And then I just use the ruler that I made to draw lines between those. Those don't have to line up any specific way. You just kind of make the dots connect with a line.
For some reason when I did it, my dots made like a square.
So then we're gonna draw this third line. Now, once you've drawn the third line, go ahead and get your paper plate or any kind of plate, anything that's kind of round that you can use to draw this next part. So this is the cupcake part, and you'll just be going a little bit below the dots that you have created there. And then you kind of use it as like a little stencil just to get a round surface. You can use a saucer, a dinner plate, pot lid, your just anything that you have that can make that kind of a slightly round thing. So now we are going to make the cupcake paper. So you draw a line kind of below the cake part of the cupcake that we just did. And this does not have to be perfect. You can use the ruler if you want to, but I didn't. You can, and you know, mine's not going to be absolutely perfect. So, you know, just kind of have a good time. Nothing has to be, because it's your painting, right? Nothing has to be absolutely perfect. So I use my ruler for this part. Again, you don't have to. And I only use it to make the lines straight. It's not to make them even or
I'm doing pretty
anything
good.
like that. But I draw
I
a line at each point. So at the lowest point and at the highest point of the cupcake holder, like the cupcake paper. So that I just draw the line kind of down to the bottom. And it does kind of have to be at an angle to make sure that they're, not all going in the same direction, because, a cupcake paper kind of flares out a little bit. So those lines aren't going to all be perpendicular. They're just gonna, parallel. So they're just gonna kind of, move a couple degrees every time you make a new line.
Mine are lopsided.
And that's it. So now you see, no, they're not perfectly even. They're not, perfectly together, but it works. Okay, so now we have the cupcake and we have the paper. And now it is time to do the icing, which for me is the fun part. So what I did was I made a large parenthesis and then a small one, and then kind of drew a line in between them. And this is the great part about this, is these lines absolutely don't have to be straight. You want them to have kind of a wave to them. So under that, I connected the bottoms of the parentheses as well, kind of over top of the cupcake. Then I did it again, put a large parenthesis on the right this time, and then a small one on the left, connected them with a wavy line, and then did it again. So you're alternating the large parenthesis and the small one. So when I get to this third one, I connect it again, and then I do one last time, a small one, and then a bigger one. Oh wait, that's a little, I don't know if I love that, but you put a little wave at the top. I know, I said it didn't have to be perfect, but if I don't fix this, it's gonna bother me. So I kind of want mine to be in the center. But if yours isn't, it's still okay. It's whatever works for you. So I put a little wave at the top. There we go. All right, so now I'm done, but we gotta have a background. So what I'm gonna do is, you can do whatever kind of background you want, but what I'm gonna do is start with circles. Mainly because circles are pretty easy for me to draw. I don't mind them. So since it's a background, I like to kind of let, the circles be behind the cupcake a little bit to let people know that it's an actual background, like the cupcake is in front of my background. So I just keep putting a couple little circles. One more for good measure. And that's it. So at this point, I'm going to get my plate and pick some colors to paint my back.
Did you guys finish the backdrop yet?
No, I'm gonna do mine later. Just do a gradient or something.
Okay, I'm gonna start painting the background.
Ooh, time for the ultimate test.
Wow. Oh, this yellow's taking its sweet time, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, there we go. So I have some yellow. And this is the point where you might want to think about using a bigger brush if you have one. If you don't have a bigger brush, that's fine. You really can paint this with just the two brushes, the little flat one and the small one. You can do this entire thing if you want to. It just might take you a little bit longer. So I'm putting the yellow on. Now your background can be anything. It could be triangles, it could be stripes, it could be butterflies. You can do just one plain color. Like, you don't have to go through all of this to do a background. But for me, this was you know, kind of simple. So since everybody's background might be different, I don't really have any instructions for you on this. You can do all sorts of things. You can do a gradient. You can do initials if you're giving this to somebody for their birthday. You could do numbers if you're giving it to somebody for a particular birthday. So, so yeah, just kind of enjoy yourself doing the background. Just pick whatever colors you'd like, pick whatever pattern you'd like, and just kind of go for it.
Oh my god. That kind of reminded me, I might give this to my friend for her birthday. So
That's sweet. We grab some water. Toothbrushes on.
your mom is like so inspirational here, Eden. She's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's like kind of comforting.
So what are you guys painting in your backdrop?
I'm doing the circles like your mom, and then I'm doing a green background instead of the
I'm doing like silver stripes. I don't know what the second color is.
So you see I've moved on to the bigger brush just to get this done a little more quickly. And I don't want you all to sit here and watch me paint this entire background, because you don't need to do that, especially if you're doing your own style of background. So I chose the turquoise, and I just made sure I stayed outside of the lines when I did my background. But yeah, it's not super complicated. And there we go. So now it is time to paint the cupcake. So let's get some colors together.
Oh, should I pause it?
Yeah, I am not ready for that.
I only did like the first two stripes.
I'm still mixing paint, so
Oh my god, I ruined that circle. Oh, whatever.
It's just kind of like relaxing. There we go. And doing this background's gonna take a long time.
I'm trying not to waste any paint.
That's smart. Kind of difficult though.
Yeah.
Mhm. So we also have like some discussion questions for while we paint about book 13, Dork Diaries. And the book 13 is Tales from a Not So Happy Birthday, which is where we kind of got that like cupcake theme.
Yeah.
And in the book, they Brianna was like cooking these really disgusting things. So what is like the grossest thing that you or your sibling has made to eat, and did you actually eat it?
I actually have a very great story for this one. So, our neighbors had made us a really good batch of chocolate chip cookies, and they left recipe for us so we could make them if we wanted to. My sister had been like begging to make chocolate chip cookies the entire week, and so when it finally got to like Saturday, she decided to make them. The recipe called for like a half a teaspoon of baking soda. My sister put 2 tablespoons of baking soda.
Oh no.
These cookies were disgusting. They taste like burnt trash. It was so bad.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
What about you guys?
So I'm like a pretty good cook, but like I cannot bake. I think I have like bad luck or something with that. So one time I was baking for Thanksgiving, so like people were coming over my house, you know, friends, family, and like my mom let me like bake this one thing, and I kept ruining it so many times. Like I put lemon extract instead of vanilla extract, and then I got the tablespoons and teaspoons mixed up, and my mom took away my baking privileges.
Oh no.
That's pretty bad.
Probably the grossest thing I've ever made is, and I actually ate this, was I think when I was younger, we would make these quote unquote volcano sandwiches, which had like not like the square cheese that you're supposed to put on sandwiches, like shredded cheddar cheese, relish, ketchup, I think barbecue sauce, and sandwich meat like turkey and what else is in there? I think mustard too. Yeah, those were really like it's just so much sodium. I would never eat that now, but I thought that they were delicious back then. Like I always put ketchup on
sandwiches.
Huh?
Why'd you call them volcano sandwiches?
Well, so the relish was supposed to be like rock, and the ketchup was supposed to be like the lava, and then the mustard and cheddar cheese were like flames, and I guess. And I needed a name for it, and of course my mom and my older brother thought it was disgusting, but David, my older brother, also ate it, and he thought it was good. So, wow. I mean, it really was disgusting.
I feel like when I was younger, I thought everything tasted good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never like made anything really disgusting, but I bake a lot. I can't really think of something that was like really terrible though.
Yeah.
What was like the best thing you made then?
Probably. I think we made red velvet cake once, and it was really good.
Oh, that's
I once made these like cookie muffins that everyone liked. That was the best baking thing that I ever did. But I'm a better cook. Usually, sometimes I get to cook for like my brother and stuff.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's a cookie muffin?
Oh my god, I hope this goes right.
Oh, and have you ever taken a cooking class? And what did you make and how did it go, if you did?
I once took a cooking class for in 5th grade for like someone's birthday party. We made pizza and I think like cookies, but that was it. Like it wasn't really anything that special.
I don't think I've done a cooking class before. Not one I can remember. I may have done one when I was a kid at a birthday party, but I think if I would could choose to go to a cooking party and the thing I'd want to learn how to make is like really good gourmet pancakes or something.
Ooh.
Oh,
Crepes.
yeah.
Ooh, or crepes. Crepes are pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Crepes are like thin gourmet pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever seen like that really cool like pancake art where they like kind of
Yes.
down?
And they make it like different colors and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they always do like characters or something.
Yeah.
These dots are not going very well. I did like the same thing as your mom did, but instead of teal dots, I did purple.
Every time I paint, it's like, you know how when you
really ugly,
it like gets like a collection of paint on either side of the brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make stripes, and like it just keeps making these beads of paint on the very edges of the stripes, and it's hard to like get them like spread it out without messing up the stripe.
Are you like alternating colors or doing like one color first and then the next?
I'm doing one color first and then the next, so hopefully I can clean it up.
Oh no, I completely ruined that.
What happened?
It like bled through, and then now I have like a wonky looking circle. But it's okay. Happy mistakes.
Yeah. Have you guys ever watched like Bob Ross?
I've seen people do like the Bob Ross challenge. I haven't actually like watched Bob Ross.
Yeah, it was like an old show, so I never like really watched it. But like I've seen some like things of like other people like recreating some of the stuff that he's done.
Same. I haven't like watched him or anything.
I like watched it once, and it's so creepy how he like makes like he doesn't really do anything, but it looks like a really detailed painting.
Yeah.
It looks like magic, and like something that he always says, like what you reminded me when you were like happy accidents. He like says happy little.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say with Bob Ross.
Oh yeah.
That's like what I meant that whole time.
Oh well, I guess that's why it reminded me of it.
Okay, let's fix our circle here. Okay. Good. Background is done.
Woo!
Did you guys ever like when you were younger, like mix up the paint in the water to like see if it would make a different color or something?
Yes, and then I would always try to make a pretty color, but eventually it would turn brown.
Yeah, I did that all the time in kindergarten, and we had like these contests, and we'd be like, "Oh, I got royal blue. My royal blue looks better than your purple," and it's really funny.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We used to do that at this camp that I used to go to, which I actually did take a cooking class at. Like it was a thing that every class, like every age group had a cooking class during that week. And during the cooking class, we didn't actually like each person individually made a thing because we were kids and we were gonna burn ourselves. So we would like help out and like pass around the bowl and stir it and do different things. And then I was always so mad that at the end, because whatever we made, it wasn't like super big, so we would only get to taste like a tiny little bit of it, or like those little those little tiny cups that they give you in preschool with like goldfish in it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like the
They would
Dixie
give us,
cup.
like, that much of it, and then I'm like, but we made all this time and we spent all this, and all I get is like this tiny little pieces.
Pizza parties in elementary school suck. They'd like give you like a fourth of a slice of a pizza, and then give you like a little Dixie cup of goldfish, a Dixie cup of apple juice, and then that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably watch some dumb movie.
Yeah. Do you guys celebrate birthdays?
Yes.
I don't have a birthday party every year, but like I get presents and stuff every year.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your favorite birthday party that you've had and that you've been to?
Sorry, I'm like off camera. I have to refill.
Oh, it's okay.
So usually I don't really have birthday parties. Like I really only had birthday parties when I was in elementary school. But I kind of have this like tradition with my friends, and it's kind of like for my birthday. So we always go to this haunted house, and they like always change the theme every year, so it's really nice.
Oh, that's cool.
But we couldn't because of COVID, and they threw me a surprise birthday party, so that was probably the best one. Of course,
Oh,
it's COVID if everyone was wearing a mask. So
Oh, that was nice.
My friend's birthday, her name is Anna. Their birthday is on Labor Day. So I went to visit her in Michigan, and we just had like a great time. We got to see fireworks and stuff. That was the most favorite birthday I've ever gone to.
I also don't usually have birthday parties. The only birthday party that I had recently was in 8th grade, which was last year. And then the only birthday party I had before that was when I was like 3. Because me and my brother and my cousin, all of our birthdays are in March, and like for a little while we're all the same age. So my cousin, whose birthday is in the middle of March, we like had a joint birthday party for all of us, but I don't really remember it. So that probably like the only other one that I have to choose from is the one in 8th grade, which is also really fun. I only had like 4 people, and we just went over to my house and we made cupcakes and just hung out, and that was fun. So that would be my favorite one. The one that I've gone to, I also haven't been to that many birthday parties. I would probably say my friend, I don't know, probably the most fun was the one that I went to with my friend Ava, and she, like, we actually, like, it wasn't like a huge like birthday party thing. It was only me, her brother, and our other friend Greer, who was actually on the last virtual sleepover, and it was like just us, and we just like we made soup and made smoothies and had pizza and then watched a movie, and we like did random stuff like making TikToks or playing Just Dance. So that one was pretty fun. And then like the second most fun one, because like I don't go to many people's birthday parties, but the other one would be Hannah, who's also been on my channel, and I've been to like 3 of her birthday parties, and those are pretty fun too.
That's cool. My best birthday party was when I turned 7, and I was obsessed with this show called Odd Squad. So it was like an Odd Squad themed party where it was like we had to solve mysteries or whatever, and it was kind of cool. It was this like bounce place or whatever, but then it like went bad because like there's this one episode in Odd Squad where like they had to save this guy's cake or whatever. So then my mom was like, oh no, the villain stole your cake. And I was just like so scared. So I started crying, and it was really bad. But I think that was my favorite like birthday party because I think it was really planned out. And then the best birthday party I've gone to was my friend Kate's, and it was her 11th birthday, and she had like a Harry Potter themed birthday party, and it was really organized and stuff, and it was kind of fun.
That sounds really cool.
I'm done with my background. Should we move on to the wrapper part?
Yeah, I'm almost done with my background, so I'll just come back to it later. I've done like that much.
Now, your colors, again, do not have to be the same as mine. I'm kind of doing a chocolate cupcake, so the cake is kind of going to be brown. But you could pick whatever colors for the frosting. You can make it match your room if you're going to be hanging it up in your room. You could make it match the theme of somebody's birthday party. So if they're having yellow cake, make the cake yellow. If they're having kind of a unicorn cake, you can make it rainbow. You can really do whatever you'd like. So here I have my brown and my white, and I'm just going to mix those together. I'm using the smaller brush because there's not a lot of area that I have to cover. It's not like there's a ton of detail, but the spaces are small enough that the smaller brush is probably going to be a little easier for me to do. So I've got most, yep, that's pretty much as mixed up as I need it to be. It's good enough. All right. So what I like to do is kind of go along my outlines first before I start filling things in. So I'm just kind of painting along the lines. So I've got the top of the cupcake done. Now I am going to just kind of go along and fill it in just a little bit. So I start by kind of cleaning up what I've already done, and then I get my flat brush, and this makes it a little easier when you have those absolutely straight lines to just kind of go in and fill in. So I put the flat part of the brush up against the straight lines, and it kind of does the work for me. You know, I don't have to figure out how to keep my hand steady enough to make those lines straight. I just let the flat side of the brush do all of that work for me. And if yours is a little like further apart, like a little closer together, and you can start with the flat brush, you don't have to fill it in, and just use the flat side of it, and then use your smaller brush if you need to get into those tighter spaces. But since I can't always keep my hand steady, for straight lines I love to use the flat side or just use that flat edge to get done what I need to get done. All right, so there we have kind of a chocolate-ish cake, and I'll go back in and touch up some stuff.
I finally finished my backdrop, so it's like silver and rose gold striped.
That's so nice.
So here you see that I didn't paint exactly along that arch that we drew, because I want the frosting to look like it's kind of sitting on the cake. So it looks like there's a little empty space there, but we're going to fill that in with our frosting color. So now it is time to paint the paper. And so you're going to need 2 different shades of whatever color you pick. So if you choose a blue, you'll need a light blue and a dark blue. If you choose a purple like I did, and I only have 1 shade of purple, you'll need to make one a little darker than the other one. So I'm adding some black here to my purple, so that I can have a darker purple and a lighter purple. So I'm just going to mix these together using the flat brush again, because I have a lot of straight lines here. The lines that I'm going to try to keep straight anyway. So now I have a darker purple and a lighter purple. And you can kind of play with this to see how much contrast you want to have between the 2 colors. You can, you know, if it's too dark, you can add some more purple to it. You could try to add some white to it, see what that does. But at the end of the day, we're just going to be having some fun. Now, it looks like I have missed a line here. So, and everybody makes mistakes. Or we just call them, what's his name call them? Happy accidents? Those of you who have been painting since the 70s, which is probably not anyone watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So I just added my line back in there. If you skipped a line, you can do the same thing. It's okay. So now I take my flat brush. I've cleaned it off a little bit. So I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to start with the lighter color. And I do that because the darker color is going to cover up anything you didn't want to happen. So I went ahead and started with the lighter color, and I'm using all of the flat parts of the brush to make sure I can get my lines as straight as I want them to be. So even here you can kind of dot it on using the flat part of the brush. It's surprising how straight you can get these lines by just letting your brush do all the work. So I'm alternating. Well, right now it looks like I'm just skipping a space. And again, still using the flat side of the brush to kind of do the work for me to get the line straight.
To do the lighter part, I just like took a little piece of the orange and dumped it in the white so that I could, like, I wouldn't have to make it darker. I just need one lighter.
And if your line's not straight, that's okay. You can always go back and change things or fix things when you add your darker color, because that's going to kind of sit on top of the lighter color that you used. So it's starting to come together a little bit and give you an idea of what everything is going to look like. I'm still letting my brush do all the work and help me get my lines as straight as I'd like them to be. Alright, so we skip ahead a little bit, and that's what it looks like once I have all of my lighter areas filled in. Now, everything's not perfect, but, you know, good enough. Now I am adding my darker purple. I like using the darker color to kind of fix up anything that didn't go right with the lighter color. Of course, I'm still letting my brush do all the work, so if there's any flat things that need to happen or any straight lines that need to happen, I use the flat side of the brush. So I'm just filling in all of the areas that I didn't do yet with the darker color. So we just keep alternating until all of the white spaces are filled in. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you wanted it to be perfect, that's fine, but sometimes a little less perfect gives it some character, right? So now we have the fun part. It is time to do the frosting. So I have some pink. I decided I'm going to do mine in pink.
I'm still on the light color of the wrapper.
And then...
Me too.
I think I might need to do like a second coat because it's like kind of like transparent. So I have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah, my silver and my rose gold are kind of doing that.
I really hope my dark color doesn't ruin it because I think it might be too dark.
So what is the best present you guys have ever gotten for one of your birthdays?
Best present? Probably a piano. I got like a little keyboard. I'm not really good at playing it, but my vocal teacher uses it.
For my last birthday, I got a microphone, which is pretty cool, like a professional grade microphone.
Ooh.
That's cool. I think my best present, I got an iPad last year when I turned 12. So I think that was my best present.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you two are younger than me. You guys seem so mature.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I just look young. I don't know.
I think the best. It's hard to choose the best thing I've ever gotten. Probably like making over my room. So this present, it was kind of like a 3-year-long present-ish because like I asked for it for all those different years, and all those different years we did it like little by little. And one of the years, like the first time I asked for it, we had to move a couple months later, so it would be like pointless to paint my room, and then we moved. So then so then we moved, and like in our apartment we can't actually paint the walls, so we still like did like a lot of decorating and stuff, and I got those like pictures that I put up, and I got like a new bed set and stuff like that. So it was like a pretty long project, but that's probably like the best present that I've gotten. And it's like also I guess it's also better than like doing it all at once, because I've gotten like little separate presents from other people. Like my aunt got me some lights, and my brother got me some different decorative things. So it's like kind of like a present from everybody in my family.
That's sweet. Okay.
Ooh, this orange is kind of clashing with the rest of my painting, but can't take it off now.
Yeah, I think my colors are like really clashing.
So I did rose gold and silver, and then the color of the cupcake was really just brown and white, but it looks a lot like the rose gold. And then I did like a light peaches, like the white mixed with the orange, and then I did the regular orange, but the regular orange is like really bright compared to the rest of it.
Yeah, when I was doing the cake part, I like accidentally did the rose gold, so then I just mixed it with the brown.
Have you guys ever like given someone a present that you really like that you actually wish that you could keep?
Huh? I think I misunderstood that question.
Have you ever given someone a present that was so good that you wish you could actually keep it?
I gave my friend some clothes once in one of them. I thought you said, do you miss anyone that's pregnant? And I was like, no. But I gave my friend clothes once. They were nice, but like I guess I didn't really need them, like, you know.
Yeah. I really think of one right now off the top of my head. I think it's probably happened to me before. But I think there's this one time where I gave my friend this I got my friend this really fuzzy blanket, and I really liked it, and I kind of wanted it for myself.
That sounds
Not always do I like because like me and my friends don't always like the same thing. So, you know, like I get them what they like, not what I like.
I think the only thing that I'd like to keep for myself was I got my brother these LED lights for his birthday, and I was like, I actually kind of want those because once you put them up, they look really nice.
Yeah.
My back hurts. I'm not gonna lie, this is hard. Maybe because I'm challenged when it comes to art, but
How's everyone's painting going?
Good.
I'm adding shading to mine right now.
Ooh, fancy. I'm still doing the dark part of the wrapper. So it's like orangish and I don't know why, but it's always hard for me to paint on a table. Like I just hold the canvas and do it like I'm on like a tablet or something.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever like really painted on a canvas before.
Yeah. I haven't taken like art class in like 2 years, so I don't really remember how to do art.
I think after I might go over it with like a black Sharpie on my lines, so then it'll like clean it up a little bit because this is not doing good.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm just gonna leave it alone before I ruin it.
Like, I feel like I'm missing the lines. There's always like a little bit of white space in between the lines and the colors.
If anyone's interested, this is what mine looks like so far.
Sweet.
Ooh.
So nice.
So in this book, Nikki actually got to go zip lining, but I want to try it, but I've only like done zip lining like on those little playground type zip lines. So have you guys ever tried that, or would you want to try it?
Wait, tried ziplining or?
Zip lining.
I've been to like this adventure park thing where basically it was like a bunch of zip lines, and then you had to climb up, like you like did a zip line, it made you go higher, and there was like all these levels. And I used to be in Girl Scouts, and then we sometimes would go on like zip lining trips.
Ooh, that sounds really fun.
That's pretty cool. My friend just had a birthday party ziplining. It was a pretty fun day because we got food after, and the weather wasn't that bad. So, yeah.
That sounds super fun. I finally finished my wrapper. It's weird. It's like this corner actually looks like how it's supposed to be, and then the rest are just straight down.
What should like I do now? Like I start the other part, just wing it.
Like the frosting.
I think I'm gonna do pink frosting, like your mom is.
Should I press play?
Sure. Is everyone like almost done or done with their wrapper?
I'm finished. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I also have a lighter pink. Which I am going to make even lighter with a little bit of white. And also I'll have some white on the sides, and I'll show you how I give the frosting a little depth and a little shine using that white in a minute. So I'm using my flat brush again. I'm going to take the pink. This is the darker pink. And go along those parentheses that I made. And then again, letting the flat side of the brush do all of the work. I'm going to follow along that cake. And don't forget to put the little dip in there that kind of shows that the frosting is sitting on top of the cake. Then I'm going to go around the small parenthesis again and let that very kind of sharp edge of the brush do the work for me. And then I'll just kind of keep going along, following the sketch that I did. And I'm leaving those white areas, and I'll show you what to do with those in a minute. So I keep doing that for all of the layers of icing or frosting. I don't know, what do you call that where you're from? Is there a difference where you're from for the icing or frosting? I kind of use them interchangeably. So you're still using your brush to go along the outsides. You just kind of follow your sketch, and you're leaving the inside white or whatever color your canvas was. Some people have black canvases. I love those so much, but we're using a white one here. And then, like we've been doing, you use the shape of your brush to get those small spaces like that top piece of your frosting. So now I am going to mix together my light pink and my white to make an even lighter pink.
Oops,
now you can do this with whatever frosting color you have chosen. You may have purple or blue or red, orange. So you see that there's definitely some contrast there. You have a darker pink and then a much lighter pink. So we're going to take that lighter pink and start to fill in with the same motion that we used to do the outside. We're going to start to fill in those white spaces. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just kind of giving a little depth to the frosting. And we're going to do it again for each layer of frosting. And you don't have to stress about this part because you still have your dark pink, you still have your light pink. So if you've gone over a little too far, you feel, or you haven't, you know, made your pink light enough, or you made it too light, you can always go back and make changes. And again, like I've been telling you, this is supposed to be fun. It is not supposed to be perfect. And it definitely doesn't have to be exactly what I've done. So now you're starting to see that the lighter color has given it a little depth, a little dimension. It kind of looks a little more 3D, not quite as flat. And you can kind of mix those together to give it a little, kind of like a gradient going from the dark to the lighter color in the middle of your sections. But you're really just using your brush to follow where the curves are. Now we have our smaller brush. And then on that smaller brush, we put a little bit of white paint so that we can start using that to kind of show the movement and give it a little accent to kind of show maybe the frosting is a little shiny. You can kind of see where the person who put the frosting on, like where they kind of swirled it a little bit. And here, you kind of do your own thing. You do what looks good to your eye. If you don't like the swirls that you made, you can take your pink paint and go back over it and do it again. But this again gives it more of a 3D dimension. You don't have to use as much white as I did. I kind of like having a little bit of extra dimension to mine. But you are the artist here, so you don't have to do anything the way that I do it. This is just kind of a guide. Now, if your white has gone over a little further than you'd like, again, you can just take your pink, go back over it, and make any changes that you want to make. I don't really like to call them corrections because you didn't do anything wrong. This is your artwork. So I think I'm pretty much done with the accents that I want to do on my frosting. And so now I think a good cupcake should have sprinkles. Now to do the sprinkles, I just got some other colors that I liked, the turquoise, the yellow, and some purple.
I'm not doing it the right way.
Same. Like, I don't know what I'm doing now.
I'm just like seeing what looks right, so yeah.
I mean, if they want to do it, I assume they want to, so. You have to tell the coach. hasn't had to do with her thing. It's not the best.
How's you guys' frosting going? Just realized I was muted for a really long time.
Yeah, that was an awkward silence. I was kind of focused, you know?
Yeah. At first I was doing the same pink that my mom did, but then I changed it to like the lighter pink that I was supposed to be doing inside of the darker lines because it looked really weird. So I'm just doing the whole thing this color.
I'm kind of doing mine as a gradient. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, I'm gonna like put the lighter colors inside, but it gets lighter as it goes up.
Sounds interesting. I think it'll look really nice. That's what I have right now. It doesn't have like a lot of depth, but hopefully I can add something else to it later that makes it fluffy. I'm just now realizing that I probably should not have dumped all of my other things like actually inside of the white paint pot to make them lighter because now I don't have any actual white.
Ooh.
Only a little bit of white in the cap.
I really keep getting into this. Like these awkward silences are killing me here.
Yeah, I mean we're focused. We're being real artists here.
I keep getting too focused, and then I just.
Okay, So I added a little bit of white, but now it like still needs something darker. Let's see, what other questions do we have? Oh, so in the book, Andre and Brandon both asked her to be, if she would be their date to her birthday party at the same time. So if two friends asked you to like go somewhere on the same day, then what would you do?
It depends on like what type of like thing it was. If it was like if it was like in person, I would be like, I'll think about it. I don't know. I'd probably do that for like both in person and like on call though. But I think that's a really awkward situation. I'd probably I might be busy or kind of like lie out of it or something.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't, like, I'd feel guilty if I actually chose one, so I would just say, like, I'm just not available that day.
Mm-hmm.
I did something, ish. It's kind of like frosting, a little bit. So this is what I have so far.
That's good.
Oh, thank you. Oh no, I think Mia got kicked out.
Oh yeah.
What color do you want the sprinkles to be? I think I might do like silver sprinkles since that's like the color of my backdrop. Another choice that Nikki had to make in the book was she had to choose between going to Paris and going to the Bad Boys concert. So on the Bad Boys tour. So if you guys had to choose between going on a tour with like your favorite band and going to Paris or wherever like your favorite place in the world would be, which one would you choose?
I think I think I'd rather go on a tour with my favorite band just because you can meet so many other people who like that band and like get a look at the behind the scenes. Paris is cool, but you can just like wait till you're older or something. Because who knows, maybe in like 10 years that band will break up or something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point. I really like music and stuff, but I also would like to go on a vacation, so that's kind of hard. But I think I would want to go to Paris because I really want to live in Paris when I'm older. So yeah, I think I would want to see the Eiffel Tower and stuff rather and like I guess if I go to Paris, it's like long term rather than a band like a night. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd probably choose to go on tour because like you get to visit a lot of different places, and like if you got to perform with a band, then you might, I don't know, get noticed or something and end up like being able to have your own band or something. And also if like choosing to go, because like when Nikki was choosing that whether or not to go, she also had to choose, like her friends wouldn't be able to go without her. So I would probably choose that too, or they would have to go without her. I would probably choose to go on the tour because like I'd want to like go on a vacation with my friends. That would be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Now, like if it's a tour, I think I would choose the tour, but I think it'd be really hectic. But if it was just like going to a band, like a band concert, I would choose Paris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Mia's back.
My bad, guys. My laptop died.
Oh, it's okay. So I put like silver sprinkles on mine.
Oh, that's cute.
And now I don't know what else to add. I feel like I should add something else. Like it's missing something. Something.
What if you added like an embellishment on the top of it, or what if you added like, do you know what washi tape is? Do you have any of that?
Yes, I do actually. Like I just cleared it off my desk because clearing off my desk like a couple minutes ago. It's somewhere. Yes, I do. I have some rose gold.
That's pretty.
I have silver. Maybe I could make like a flower out of it or something to put on top of the cupcake. It would match the rose gold. I actually it matches the thing really well. I'm going to use it as like the center of the flower. And the rest of it will be made out of silver. And then I'll go over it and outline it in black. Oops, I think I spilled some tape. Oh my gosh, I thought I spilled some tape. I spilled paint in mine.
I'm done with my frosting. That was kind of hard to add the white part, but
yeah.
This is what I
Oh,
did.
the gradient looks really nice.
Yeah, the gradient looks really good.
I think I'm gonna go back onto the cake part because that's not that good.
Should I press play? Or you guys still working on the Do you guys have your books with you?
Oh yeah, I have mine right here. I don't want to touch it because I like paint on my hands though.
Oh, okay. So we'll do that one at the end. But there's like these like huge pictures of these different swimsuits in there.
Yeah, I remember looking at those. I
Yeah.
forgot which one was my favorite though. Here. Okay. Let's pray that I don't get this book damaged.
On page 262. I think my favorite one was this one.
Oh, cool. I think mine is, well, this one.
Which one? Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one is cute.
I like the Fab Fun in the Sun. I think that's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love the ruffles on that one. I think I'm gonna try and outline mine sharpening or like parts of it. They have a lot of white pieces. I should have left it without the Sharpie. I don't know why I did that.
You can go, I think you may be able to go over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try going over it. Oh wait, now I don't have the color that I used it for it anymore because I mixed it with a bunch of other colors.
Oh.
Oh well. It's just gonna be the wrapper with a black outline. We'll call it abstract. Okay, do you guys want to move on to the sprinkles?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
And you can use whatever colors you want. I just used colors that I already had out. And I also kept the white. Got a little extra white on there. And I'll show you what I do with that. So I started with the turquoise. You can start with whatever color you'd like to start with. And I'm holding my brush kind of perpendicular to the canvas so that I can get really round dots. And I'm spacing those apart. The further I get down the cupcake, the further apart my sprinkles will be. So think about it. When you have a cupcake and you're putting sprinkles on it, you kind of start at the top, and what makes it to the outer edges, it makes it to the outer edges. But most of it's kind of concentrated on the top and in the middle. So I just sort of had my sprinkles do the same thing. So now I'm going to come in with my yellow and kind of do the same thing. I have the sprinkles more concentrated at the top, which means that they're closer together. I'm still holding my brush lightly and kind of perpendicular to the canvas so that my sprinkles can be round. And I have more of them concentrated at the top of the cupcake, and then it just gets kind of sparse as I get closer to the bottom. And you can use more than 3 colors. You can use as many colors as you want. You can just use 1 color if you'd like. You may decide that you're not even a big fan of sprinkles and you're finished at this point. That is also fine. So now I'm coming back in with my purple, doing the same thing, more concentrated sprinkles towards the top, still holding my paintbrush very lightly, perpendicular to the canvas so that it can make very easy and simple dots. And then of course, as I go further down, I have less sprinkles. Now it is time to give a little life to these sprinkles. Now remember I told you that we would keep a little white around. So I'm taking my white and kind of touching the corners of the sprinkles. And that's also giving the sprinkles a little depth. It's like it gives it a little shine. And again, you don't have to do this part. It's all up to you and what you want your cupcake to look like. So, as you can see, I've added some more accents with the white. I added some to the paper. You don't have to do that, but that's just something that I chose to do. And after that, I took some metallic paint and I used kind of a rose gold that kind of matches the brown of the cupcake. And I like to add metallic accents to it because it catches the light. So where I have the brown cake, I added the gold, kind of rose gold accents. And I also have some silver that I'm going to add in a couple of places because I want the light to catch the area that has my sprinkles as well. So I'm adding some little silver dots. And I'm even adding a little bit of silver where I added the white on the paper so that the light can catch that as well. Now, some of you may not be as extra as me. Some of you might not want to add all the metallics and the accents and the white, and you can stop wherever you feel satisfied with your painting.
I've decided to not do any sprinkles. Because I don't want to ruin what I have, because I think I did pretty well.
I'm almost finished with, well, the cupcake because I wanted to save the background for the end. So I'm almost finished with like the main part.
Yeah, she gave me a Sharon's plant.
I just realized I was muted for a really long time again. Anyway, so I was saying that, like, what was you guys' favorite part of the book? My favorite part was when they got the invitations lost in the mail, which is kind of like a bad thing, but I thought it was pretty like funny and interesting, that part when they were trying to like get them back.
The yoga part was funny.
I agree. I also you can go.
My favorite part was when Nikki had found her sister in the park selling dog treats. And then people were like, actually, there's a whole long line for the treats. That's what I found that funny.
Yeah, I remember that part. That was really funny too.
I thought that when the part where like her best friends were trying to come up with an idea for a party and they weren't really like listening to her, I don't know, because they kind of like misinterpreted her. And it was kind of funny how there was like a party for every single thing that Nikki said.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to see my cupcake?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm running out of colors.
Here's
Oh my gosh, that's really nice.
Ooh.
an out of background. Some sprinkles. Sprinkles.
I'm done with mine now. I did like the background with rose gold and silver, and the sprinkles are also rose gold and silver. I outlined only the cupcake topper and the cupcake wrapper because I was just scared to outline the frosting since I really like the frosting. And then the cupcake topper has like a rose gold washi tape center.
Sweet.
That was really good.
So yeah.
So I'm basically done. I don't think I really need to add anymore, but I just need to add the outline. But this is what I have.
Oh, I really like the gradient on yours. It's so pretty.
Thank you. Happy accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is like not that good, but yeah.
Let's see. I like it.
Cool.
I
I'm
like.
not that artist, but
I feel like a lot of us here need more self-confidence in our art, because a lot of you guys keep saying that it's bad. It's probably not that bad. It's cupcake, guys.
oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And cupcakes in real life, they get smushed. They get lopsided. So what did you guys think of the book overall?
I thought it was a good book. It had some twists and turns and conflict with her friends and a little extra spice at every corner.
Yeah. I like the way you say like extra spice in every corner. That's a nice way to describe it.
I thought it was an interesting book. I liked kind of like what you said, like the twist to it. I thought it was a little dramatic though. I know that
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, it was like she kind of felt the world was ending when it was like a birthday party. But I thought it was okay after all. So
I thought it was a good book. The only thing I'm confused about is like the whole like boy band situation and her crush. Like I always get confused, but that's like my only like complaint because I just don't understand. But I thought it was a good book. I like the story. I thought this one was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought this one, it had a lot more going on in it than most of them do. And yeah, I thought this one was probably more dramatic than most of them, like Elena said. But I generally thought it was good. I give it like a 7 out of 10.
I've got paint all over my hands.
Same. You know what's funny? I haven't gotten any paint on the countertops, but I got smoothie marks all over the countertop. It's so bad.
I have a towel down. If anyone wants my messy workstation, I have a towel on my counter.
When I was mixing together my paints on the table for some reason, not like actually putting the paint on the table, but like the paint pots, I just scooped paint out of one and put it in the other and mix them together, and then it overflowed and I had some on the table. But it'll wipe off, hopefully.
Is this gonna ruin it? I'm like trying to make it dry.
That's smart.
Maybe this.
I'm just eating the strawberries now.
I used frozen strawberries for mine, so.
They were frozen before, but now they're not.
Oh.
But we didn't like buy them frozen. They were just regular strawberries and we froze them, and now they're not frozen.
I think I'm just gonna dab some of the paint. I'm gonna have to like thoroughly wash my hands after this. I have paint all over me.
So what's your favorite Dork Diaries book like so far?
This one. I think this one is. It was like the funniest so far that I've read.
I actually haven't read the whole series, so I can't really judge.
Oh.
I think mine would be the one where she goes to like the band and goes on tour for the band.
14?
Yeah.
I think
The
my
one
favorite.
that we did last time.
I think my favorite was the fourth one, the Not So Graceful Ice Princess one, probably because that was like the first one I ever read. And I already thought that it was going to be like an awesome book because when I first started reading Dork Diaries, I was actually at my cousin's house, and she had those books, and she was older than me, so of course I thought like everything she did was like perfect and awesome and really, really cool. And I was like, I think I was like 8 or something. But then I read one of them, and I was like, wow, this is like such a teenagery book. And because my cousin read it, it's gonna be so cool. So I think I already thought it was gonna be great after that, and it actually was really good. So that one is my favorite, probably because it just like started my interest in the series.
This painting will not dry. Like, I just want to do the Sharpie line so I can be done, but I can't. Dry.
Like fanning it or anything isn't working? Did you like paint a lot on it?
Some of it was globbed, but some of the other parts just won't dry. I'm just going to do the parts that are dry.
For me, mine dried really quickly because most of my lines, I did it like really, really thin.
Yeah.
And some of the parts, when I did the Sharpie lines and it wasn't really dry, it didn't do anything. So I don't think it'll really mess it up, but I also don't want you to take a chance if it does. So do you guys like going, I don't know if you guys have ever like been swimsuit shopping or anything, but like when Nikki went swimsuit shopping, do you guys like swimsuit shopping? Or like have you ever been
shopping? Huh? I can't hear you. Food shopping?
No, swimsuit.
Shoe? Oh, no, not really. I just wear kind of like the same 2 pairs of shoes every day.
No.
One's black and one's white, by the way.
Swimsuit.
Huh? Oh, I have like Air Force Ones and then these black Vans, but then that's it. Like those are the only shoes that I wear.
I think you said swimsuits.
Oh.
That's okay. I mean,
I actually don't like swimsuit shopping that much.
I was like, that didn't even happen in the book. I was like, okay.
I don't go swimsuit shopping that much either because I haven't like been to a pool in years. Well, not years, but I haven't been in since
I don't really.
Last.
Last year I did a lot on Shein.
Have you guys ever done anything like this, like gone to a painting party or anything?
Oh yeah, I've gone to.
Yeah.
I usually do like pottery or something.
Ooh,
There's this one birthday party I went to when I was in elementary, and we just like painted lost junk. It sounds like gross or like boring, but it was actually really fun because I took like home this old vintage bell and painted it, and I hung it up on my door. So
that's cool.
In elementary school, there'd be these painting nights. It was like a mommy and child thing. They'd have like painting nights in elementary school, but not really. I've done some stuff like at birthday parties, but that's really it.
Yeah, I don't really paint a lot or draw or anything, so I haven't really done painting.
Yeah, this is actually the first time that I've ever done this before.
Oh wow, yours was really good though.
Thank you. I'm still like upset that I decided to do the Sharpie lines, but I only did it on the wrapper. But I didn't want to mess up my frosting, so. And it kind of like matches my room a little bit. Not really, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Maybe give it. I don't know.
How do you guys think I should like do the background? I was thinking I was doing like vertical stripes or just like painting it from the corners and blending it in.
Huh?
I think painting it from the corners and then blending it in.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I think I'm gonna paint something on the other canvas. I don't know what I'm gonna paint though. Because I haven't used this blue or this green. So, or the yellow or red. So maybe I'll do something. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I'm just painting this canvas blue.
I think I might give this to a friend.
I think I'm gonna give this to one of my neighbors. She enjoyed it. She'd enjoy it in her room.
So what'd you guys do over your spring break?
I got to go to New Orleans, which was fun.
Ooh.
I went to Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
I don't know. For like a day. It was kind of boring.
Did you like went to go visit anyone or?
No, we kind of went to an aquarium and then we went out to dinner and then that was it.
Aquariums are fun.
Yeah, I went to an aquarium once in Canada. And that was pretty cool. They had like starfish in this pool that you could like actually pick up and touch. And they had these I don't think they were stingrays. I think they were like manta rays that were like really small that you could also touch when they like swam by.
I've always been afraid of stingrays since, I can't remember his name, but he was like an animal documentary person and he died from a stingray. So I've always been scared of them. What was his name? It was like Ivan or I don't know.
Do you guys watch like the Nature Channel or anything?
Wait, what was the question?
Do you guys watch the Nature Channel?
No, not really.
My parents are obsessed. I think it's so weird. My parents keep watching it. And then I'll hear like my mom like having like, I don't know, like had to like what word to use, like a fuss or something. And I'll be like, oh my God, Mom, what happened? She's like, the baby sea lion's gonna die. And I'm like,
That's funny.
girl, I thought someone was like robbing us.
Yeah, my dad watches a lot of like nature documentaries, and my brother, like he's 21, but he's like I feel like he's getting old because he starts watching history documentaries. Like who watches history documentaries?
So it's important to know history.
And like daytime television.
Well, I think about it, there's not
I
like
got paint on my marker.
I sat down to watch a documentary. Like every time I watch a documentary, it's because someone forces me to.
Yeah, like school or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only documentaries that I like watching are like not really informational documentaries, but just like documentaries about people who like.
I like the documentaries about like the psychology of people and when they do like public
Yeah,
tests.
that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really watch documentaries a lot. I
You guys
think.
ever watch Brain Games?
Oh yeah, I used to watch it when I was younger. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it was staged, but that's just like my opinion.
So I finished. I don't know who I'm gonna give this to, but I'll probably like write up at the top over here like happy birthday, blank. But anyways, this is it.
Oh my gosh, that looks so cute.
Thank you.
Ooh, that looks really nice.
Pretty.
I love like the shine and stuff.
Yeah.
I was actually really surprised that I could do that well. Now I need to like clean up here.
I'm just covering some characters with some green glue for absolutely no reason. I just want to see if I can make a gradient. I've never been able to paint a gradient before, so hopefully this will work. Maybe.
Whoa, what was that?
Well, you know what is staged? Have you guys ever seen that there's this Netflix show where it's supposed to be about this like wilderness guy who like goes out and protects wildlife and stuff?
I don't think
It's like a kid's thing. I know it's fake. So
I don't really know what you're talking about, but I don't know. It sounds interesting.
so basically
I think I'm gonna do a second painting.
Sweet. What were you saying, Eden?
So this guy, he will like say, and I like the way that I really know it's fake is because they'll have like these shows where you get to pick your own path, and if you pick one path, then like it's not real because you could also possibly pick the other path, and then like which one did he actually do, and then it'll be like, well, it'll be like survival questions like, should I eat this bug or should I eat this grass? I don't know if it's poisonous or not. And he'll like do something crazy that you told him to do, and then he'll be like, oh my gosh, like this animal is chasing me, and game over or something. Like it's really fake. It's so cringy.
Is it like a show or is it like a game?
Well, it's a show, but there's a show on its own, and then Netflix made this thing where you can like choose your own path of like a show that they've already made before, and then they have new episodes that they have different like paths that you can take.
Yeah.
So when I tried it, I just like try to make him do all the worst things to see how fake it is.
I love those like choose your own adventures things.
Yeah.
I think I almost got the grading thing down, kind of. That's what I have.
Oh, that looks really nice. It's like a sea color.
Mm-hmm.
For my next painting, I'm doing an eyeball.
Ooh.
An eyebrow?
Huh? No, an eyeball.
Oh, an eyeball. I was like, an eyebrow, that's interesting.
I don't know how I'm gonna make a skin color.
Oh, I know.
Try.
You can mix, take orange, a little bit of brown, and then add white.
Oh, and I could also probably add brown. Yeah.
Here's how mine is.
Ooh,
Oh my
nice.
gosh, that's so nice.
Thank you. Well, I was thinking.
Did we all finish our cupcakes?
Well, by the way, I was thinking of like painting like the border on the side here. Do you think I should do it in purple or navy? I was thinking going navy, but
probably navy.
okay.
I just drew like a little tiny piece of coral in the corner.
Of the cupcake?
No, not the the cupcake of the this weird blue thing gradient.
Oh.
I think that looks pretty good. I'll make some seaweed.
I just completely ruined my painting. Oops, I'm not painting. Oh, maybe the eye can be pink. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Ooh.
Oh, by painting the borders, you meant like the actual sides of it. I thought you meant like around it.
No, like actually around it because I accidentally spilled the paint.
Side of canvas. That's smart.
Please don't get it outside of the eye now. Okay, I can fix it. Can I always paint it white?
I made like some seaweed and some orange coral and purple coral.
Yeah. I like the border of it.
Oh my gosh, you've been going for 2.5 hours. Wow.
I think I'm gonna make it like a demon eye because it's all red or something. So we're gonna change the little middle part into a diamond.
A diamond, oh.
Yeah, like how a cat is or something. Do you know how cats have like diamond eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Slits in their eyes.
You know, cats and dogs, they have like double eyelids. Like, not like double eyelids, like they have like two creases. They actually have like transparent eyelids that close vertically.
Dogs, yeah, my dog does that.
My brother told me about that once. I was like, that is so creepy. You know, like, I guess it makes sense. Like, they're closer to the ground. They can, like, get dust in their eyes easier, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I would love to have like double eyelids because like I just get stuff in my eyes way too much. It would be nice to have, like not have dust go in my eyes. So.
Yeah, I remember once I got something stuck in my eye and it was in there for like 2 or 3 days. And I was actually like auditioning for something, and I kept like wiping my eyes, and I was trying because it looked like I was always crying because there was something in my eye the whole time, and I was just like.
That would be great if like for the audition you had to like be crying.
Yeah, the thing I was auditioning for was this thing. It was like a reality show called Genius Junior, and you had to like memorize. I had to memorize a deck of cards and like memorize this whole like train system. There was a bunch of different stuff, and then I think there was like these different puzzles and all that. It was weird. I'm really glad I didn't make it because that would have been stressful. Some pink coral or something. You know, I'm gonna make coral coming from all sides. Coral is not limited to the bottom of the sea.
Just a random one. Sorry, my mom asked me a question.
Whoa. Whoa, I got a little bit of paint on the countertop.
No. Paint like generally washes off, right? Kind of. Or you can like scrape it off.
Yeah. Let me go do that.
So this is what I have for my second painting. It is a underwater something thing that could be turned any direction, kind of. It's like no gravity.
That's sweet. Do you like painting the ocean?
I liked it this time, but I've never actually painted it before. But I think it was fun to paint because like coral isn't really uniform. Like it doesn't have a specific way it's supposed to look. So whatever, however you make it, however messed up it is, it still looks like you did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you painting, Elena?
I'm doing a gradient like you, but it's like a different type of gradient.
Ooh, it looks like kind of like sunset.
Yeah.
So we're running a little bit out of time. It's supposed to be like 3 hours, but we kind of have to wrap it up quicker. So do you guys just want to stop now or like just finish up something or?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty much finished the cupcake. I'm just doing some extra stuff.
Okay. All right.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. This was like a blast, and I'm glad I got like a good cupcake picture out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show.
Oh yeah, I'll show mine.
Yeah.
Ooh, they all look so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye.